are back in Godolphin, and there is a new headmaster. Of course, we're back in the world of the boys, but we are here to talk about Gen V. Welcome to the With Mates podcast. What's happening, troops, and welcome back to the With Mates podcast. My name is Andrew Grayson, your host as ever, and we're back with a little bonus podcast. It's not really a bonus, we planned to do it, but we just didn't know whether we would be able to do it, but we are. We are here for a mid-season review, spoiler review of Gen V. We are 4 episodes deep, there are 4 episodes to go, so that's the perfect time to do a mid-season review. Joining me here today, he is the smacky one, he is Polly Smack Paul Stirrup.
Godolphin me crazy, Andrew. Godolphin me crazy.
Do you know how many people tell me like you're fit? Like Curtis that we do that rents at the studio. I was talking to him. I was like, "Oh, we'll need to rent it out again next year for the next fantasy draft." And he went, "Paul is my spirit animal. He is my favorite person in the." And I was just like, "Yeah, I get it." But there's also times where I'm like,
"You don't want to get it."
Yeah, I don't want to get it. Exactly. He is our fearless leader. He is the triple barrel man. He is Craig Andrew Minnie.
I don't know about my spirit animal. It's probably like the demon on my shoulder. I think it's what Paul is for me.
I can't give Paul grief enough. Paul's killing it on the old podcast game, man. He's here for me with Peacemaker. He's here with me for Gen V. He's here for Star Wars. That's the big one. He's here for Star Wars. He's interested in Star Wars. Speaking of Star Wars, we have a social media review of the new Mandalorian Grogu trailer. So head over any of our socials, TikTok, Facebook, whatever your follow is, and see our reaction to that new trailer. At this time we'll probably have an avatar fire and ash and fashion
fire and ass.
The new Fire and Ash trailer, we'll be reacting to that one. We are of course reviewing Peacemaker week to week, so if you're interested in that, our new episode of Peacemaker will be up very, very soon, if not up already. And yeah, we're now starting this new review. We'll only be doing 2 episodes of this. We'll be doing a mid-season review and we'll be doing an end-of-season review where we talk about Gen V Season 2. But, Craig, it's been a while. How are we, mate?
Oh, not too bad, mate. Thanks for asking. Yeah, busy. I've been off doing all my various plate spinning exercises and trying my best to not have a mental breakdown and curl up in a ball. So, the usual stuff of being a freelance, artist in this business. But yeah, how about you guys? Have you guys? I've not really been able to keep up with Peacemaker yet. I'm only on episode 1. I'm excited because you guys seem to be really buzzing about it, so I'm excited to watch more.
Yeah, I mean the Peacemaker reviews have been good. I feel as if it's very much like we've kind of spoken about it. It started like here, nice wee gradual incline of getting good, and then we had a nice wee kind of mid-season lull.
A fair bit of a lull, but this most recent episode I'd say is well I'm not giving anything away actually.
I'm going to give a wee bit away. I really liked this week's episode. I really liked it. And if you have not watched it already, go on over to the other video of Peacemaker episode 6 review and see how much I liked it and for the reasons why I liked it. But yeah, they're going good. Today I'm going to go and see One Battle After Another. So we will be doing a One Battle After Another podcast. It's getting so good reviews. I think it's going to be pretty high up in the old Oscar contention as well. So definitely worthwhile doing a podcast about that. So once me and the other boys go see it, we'll do a wee podcast about that. But enough about what we have done, what we are doing. Let's talk about the now. Let's talk about Gen V. It is season 2. The last time I did this, we spoke about Gen V. It was with Callum and Roddy. I've not been able to get them on, but I'm going to try and get them on at some point again, just because we were very high on the series. But I can't remember, like, what about you guys? Like, where does the boys, where does Gen V sit in terms of, in your kind of excitement and levels of, like, do you look forward to it coming out? Like, are you fans of it? Is it new to you? Like, how did you get into it? All that. I don't really know your opinions on these 2 shows.
Well, I'm a big fan of Homelander and his work. I think he's neat.
Yeah.
The way
I get
just...
that's a bit. I get it's a bit, right? I get it, but that's a dangerous thing to say. It's such a dangerous thing to say.
Danger is my middle name.
Of course, Polly Smack Danger Stirrup.
Well, no, I do really like The Boys, actually, and I think it's probably been one of the more exciting shows we've had in recent years. You know, it was just so visceral when it first came out and whatnot, and I think they've been able to maintain a decent level of like keeping it up as it's went along in years. I am less into Gen V. There are certain characters I kind of hate watching the show, but I do think there is some good stuff in it. So I did enjoy quite a bit of the season 1, and I'm already enjoying bits of season 2 while trying to ignore the bits I don't like. But yes, no, I think it's pretty good.
Fair. Craig?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've been a fan of The Boys since day one. I kind of picked it up quite quickly from when it was released initially back in whenever it was, what 2020 or no, before that even, was Boys season 1 like 2018, 2019 maybe? But I think it's been a while. Maybe 2017, I don't know. But yeah, it's been out. It's been out for a while.
It wasn't as early as that, I don't think.
Yeah, it kind of came out at the same time as Invincible, didn't it? Because that was like a whole kind of like a revolution on Prime with like you had The Boys, you had Invincible, and this kind of more kind of gritty, kind of blood-soaked superhero kind of shows that were kind of coming out. We were all like so like, oh my god, we've had Marvel all this time, but now look at this kind of the more adult kind of superhero-based thing. And I mean, you know, it's
2019.
It is
2019,
yeah. So it's been out for a few years now, but like I think I was there from day one, and I just really, really gravitated towards it. I loved how it was subverting the whole genre that we were kind of used to already. And I think Gen V kind of is probably one of the best examples I think in a while of a spin-off that is it elevates the whole IP, if that makes sense. So it kind of it kind of informed The Boys. It made The Boys better. It made the world of The Boys richer as well. And it was also a really good show in its own right. And I think that's kind of rare, especially for kind of spin-offs, especially in the superhero genre as well. And I'm really looking forward to what's going on next as well, because we've also got the Jensen Ackles spin-off to come as well, which I'm fucking buzzing about.
Soldier Boy.
I'm really excited about that. Yeah. So
I think you've kind of hit on the thing that I enjoy about Gen V the most is that it ties in really well with The Boys, but it does it in a very natural and realistic kind of way. Again, we talk about it. Christ, look behind me, big old Marvel shell. Love my superhero stuff. The thing that I really like about The Boys is it kind of subverts the genre. It gives you that kind of grotesque, overly bloody, over sexualized. Like it's what we love about superheroes and all that stuff, but they do it in it's a very adult kind of show. It's a very kind of again, the thing for me, like Paul, you kind of said like you feel like they've kind of maintained like a really good level, and it's like it doesn't really dip and stuff. The thing that impresses me most is how they can like the stuff that they do to like kind of shock. And like again, like some of the highlight you talk about fucking, was it Herogasm? Or the Herogasm episode where it's like all sexual. The bit where the Ant-Man character walks up the guy's dick hole, like these are the things that like, and even the first episode where Huey's girlfriend, like, and that's how you get introduced to this show. I was like, wow. So for them to kind of maintain and keep that level of shock and like, oh my god moments, like that's what impresses me. But the balance that they have with Gen V can be its own show in its own right, and I obviously it equates to the X-Men, the idea of like a school for heroes and all that kind of stuff. But the lovely wee nuanced kind of links between that and the Boys universe, the way they use fucking what's his name, Homelander, as this like shadow over them all, like a literal fucking man watching from above to make sure everybody's standing in line and stuff. And the way they can kind of, the thing I really like about this series, and this goes for The Boys as well, I don't think anybody's safe at any one moment. I feel as if most of the main characters could go at any one time.
Huey feels kind of safe.
People, yeah, but you get you get what I mean though. Like people that you would go, they'll never kill it. Like the people that you need for the plot to go forward, yes, they're safe. Okay, fair enough. But for instance, like the headmaster in this series is being replaced. He's a new headmaster. Like that's that the way they kind of push and pull these characters, but you think, oh, this guy's going to be a mainstay, or this girl's going to be here for until the end, and then it's like, oh no, their skin has melted off and skeleton has exploded. Like, that's the kind of level that I like in storytelling. So
there's definitely a high quota for either small people or stretchy people or people that can shift their shape, size, and all that into entering assholes in this series as a whole. You know, there's definitely.
I mean, we do like, and I say we. I'm talking about the people that make this show. They do love an asshole shot, and there's one specifically that I want to talk about, and one of the episodes that we're going to talk about. So yes, now I'm going to give you your spoiler warning. We're not going to give you we're not going to give you our general thoughts. We're just going to get straight into spoilers. So if you have not yet seen the first 4 episodes of Gen V season 2, now's the time to pause the podcast, head on over to Amazon Prime or wherever you watch the show, and it can come on back to YouTube and hear what your mates have to say about this show. Right. First thing that needs to be addressed is obviously, I'm going to get the name of the actor. I know his name's Chase. I'm going to get his full name up just because obviously that's the big, like, it starts with a lovely wee kind of post for Chase, which was really, really nice.
Chance
Chance, sorry, not Chase. Chance Perdomo. So obviously Chance Perdomo sadly passed away, and they've obviously had to pivot. So my first question is a lovely tribute to them. It's obviously going to be really hard for the actors and the production team and all the people that are involved in Gen V to be able to make this series. But do you feel as if the plot that we've had in this season, do you feel like it changed any? Do you feel like this is like a natural where it would have went? To me, when I was watching, I thought the first few episodes, I was like, I feel like they've obviously had to change it somewhat, but I feel like his dad is essentially kind of taken his place, which is nice in a way, but in the other way, like, I'm going, like, I feel like it's not deviated so much, because the way it left us off in season 1 was they were all captured, and in this one it's like, oh no, you're all straight back to school. But I feel as if it's kind of been written in a way where I'm going, yeah, no, that makes sense for the world that we're in. They're trying to kind of change the narrative, and they're trying to do that. Do you think is it working for you guys so far?
Yeah, I would say so. I think that, yeah, first of all, very sad, of course, about Chance. I mean, that's the horrible thing, especially someone so young, and I think he was in his like mid-20s when it happened. Yeah. So yes, it's horrible. But I think the show's done a decent job of addressing that and addressing how to keep the story going forward without that character. I think they've managed to quite, dare I say, seamlessly actually managed to keep the story moving and keep the plot points that needed to keep going forward without that character. I think, as you say, the dad coming in as a bigger role, I think, is going to help. And I like what they're actually doing with his character, making him kind of like the man on the inside type thing, where he's going to be obviously the professor, but also you know, on the kind of the side of the main characters. So you've got people in different positions in the university who are also, you know, wanting to make a difference. You've got now him as a professor. You've got the student, as we'll talk about, you know, the core student rebel group that's kind of forming, and you've also got people like the human characters who work in the cafe.
You get all.
What, no, was it Beastmaster? Was that something like that? No, Bushmaster.
Bush.
That's what she called her.
Cube Ghetto.
That was the name. That was the name that she was given.
I would have been more inclined to just say the Bush for me. But
yeah, that's good.
It's more mysterious. It's more mysterious. Yeah.
I mean, she could just steal from, like, we've got the mighty Thor. The mighty Bush is just there. Like, it is. Just steal for a wee bit from British culture. The mighty Bush.
Where is that? Where is that?
But yeah, no, I agree. I feel as if it's kind of the way they've kind of done it. And the thing that I'm enjoying is, so obviously Marie's character is obviously pivotal to all this. I love how her overarching kind of storyline is looking as if she might be the one. So what is it? They call it Oracle or something? I can't remember.
Odessa.
I can't remember off the top of my head.
Odessa.
To me, she seems like she's going to be the weapon that's going to be able to take on Homelander and stuff. So you might see that kind of overlap, which I do quite like and stuff like that. But I like how it's overlinking, and I like how her story kind of seems to be her finding herself. But I think, you want my bold hot take?
Go for it.
Yeah.
She's not making the end of the series.
Oh, interesting.
I think by the end of it, because again, this is now leading into the final season of The Boys. I think they're setting up that she's going to be the one that's going to take out Homelander, and I think Homelander kills her by the end of this series.
Yeah,
because every time you think there's something that's going to fucking, this is it, this is going to be the end of the thing, this is going to be the thing that fucking, because let's not lie, right? Butcher has to kill Homelander.
Just what I was going to. It has to
Ryan.
kind of be Butcher or his son, like something there.
Or his son, I'll take that. Or I would take Huey as well,
or
right?
Huey,
but realistically, it has to be. I would say either Huey or Butcher, but in my head, I'm going, it has to be Butcher. It has to be. Or Butcher does something that allows him to, something like that, right? So to me, in my head, in the back of my head, the whole time I'm watching this, going, right, well, she's the weapon that's going to kill Homelander. I'm like, I wonder if she dies at the end of this season, or something like that.
Well, I like that idea actually, because the thought of Marie Moreau being the one to kill Homelander does not make a good ending in my head.
No,
I'll be honest. I do not like Marie Moreau. Her character gets very under my skin.
Why is that?
Just, I don't know if it's part of just what she's doing or just the writing, but it's basically like, I hate that she escaped off screen, like this prison.
Yeah,
I feel like that
again.
Even with the unfortunate change in writing, I'm sure there was, I feel like that is a pivotal scene that we have just missed. Like, it's
I still kind of hope we might get a flashback to that. Because the way they kind of started the season off, where they were talking about, oh yeah, they escaped and now they're back in school, and it was very much glossed over. In my head, I'm going, right, there's two explanations for this, right? Is that Chance's character would have been pivotal to that, and it does sound like in the story he was, because they're like, oh, he died while they were trying to escape, and it was very much like, oh, she got out, and then Chance tried to get us out, and he died doing it, and then we're all out. So it did seem very kind of glossed over. Now again, that might just be, look, that's what was necessary because of what happened.
I feel like I totally get that. I do, but I'm also like, there's other ways around that. Like, I mean, they've already alluded to his character past an attempted escape. You know, there's ways that could have been written around, I feel, and they could still have started. I feel like just seeing her out of prison, like on the run, I was like, why are we? Because the end of the first season of Gen V was actually really good, because it's like they were locked in a room with no doors. Like, that was like, they go. So I was like,
well, I mean, but Paul, that's the literal definition of write yourself into a corner from the writers.
Yeah,
I see your point.
You know what I mean? Because I'm like, that was interesting. I was like, I thought the first episode or two would be them in this kind of room
trying to escape,
trying to escape, and they're being studied and stuff. The whole, you know what I mean? And it was so for me, the start of this was a bit.
Paul.
It's
maybe that
possible.
was the original plan, and obviously it had to be rewritten because of the Chance had sadly passed away. I imagine maybe that probably was the plan, to be honest with you, because you want to see those characters kind of coming together and teaming up and then leaving, but you also need the conflict. You need the conflict initially of the fact that she got out, we didn't. Chance died trying to. Andre died trying to escape. So you kind of need the conflict too. So I kind of see why they did it, but also I think you're right. Maybe they could have shown that. I actually have a theory.
Go on.
I've got a theory based on what we've been talking about, because obviously we're thinking about, well, how come they got let out, right? Like we kind of have been told some things about why they got out, right, and why they finally got released and things like that. I think that, because obviously I don't think I don't think Vought wants Homelander in charge. I think Vought is now scared of Homelander. So I think what they are doing, and what Hamish Linklater's character, the Dean Cypher, I think what his character is essentially is training her up to kill Homelander. So she's been brought out to be built up by him, and he's like the kind of Yoda kind of character that's going to build her up to kind of be that level. And I think you're right, Andrew. I think she's going to die at the end. I don't think there'll be a season 3. There's not going to be a season 3 of Gen V because it'll finish with the boys, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, you could. You couldn't. Well, I mean, you could theoretically. You could do season 3, but then you would need to introduce. You would then need to introduce another big bad, which you could do. But you've not got Homelander.
I don't think you've got the boys without Homelander. If I'm honest, I think he's
not the boys. Gen V.
But I get it's in the world. I mean, like the world of the boys. Like,
but we are getting the reason I'm kind of thinking that we could get another one is because we've got the Jensen Ackles Soldier Boy spin-off coming, so they are still staying in that world that is pre Homelander. But you could technically still do it, whether it would have that. Yeah. But to me, I kind of agree with Paul in the sense of, like, when I was watching, especially the first episode, I was just kind of like, oh, so we're not seeing any of this. It's a very much tell, don't show, which at the same time I get because of the circumstances and respect. But there's still a part of me going where, if you think back on the fact that they were locked in that room and stuff, did they escape? Because everything seems to be, the Dean is like playing 4D chess. Do you know what I mean? So, like, did she escape or did he let her escape? And to me, I think that the fact that they've kind of set up the fact that he was there when she was born, and like there is this overriding like through line that he's connected to her, to me makes me go, oh, I think we'll get a flashback as to how she escaped, maybe.
You think?
At least, because obviously we can't see
so,
the chance thing. You can allude to it in some way. They might again. You don't know how the family might not want it, because I know there's sometimes people pass away. They can use like previous footage and all that kind of stuff. There might be some stuff that they could use. But in terms of just the story for Marie, I think they can go back, and I think you can see that it might be the Dean that's orchestrated her escape to get them back to school. Because even that stuff when they killed Kate. Which I was like, this is my point, right? And I know they did the whole thing that Paul hates. They killed a character and then they brought her back the next episode. But like that, but even that I still had the shock factor where I was like, she's like, oh, the skull's falling.
I thought she was dead.
The blood back in.
Yeah,
but that's it.
I thought she was dead.
And the reason we thought,
which annoyed me because Kate's one of the few characters I like in this.
Right. Well, did that just because again you are Captain Cynical? Did you think she was dead?
Yeah, I did.
Right. So that to me proves my point about how anybody can go. Like, I genuinely right.
Yeah.
And then they are immediately brought back.
No, I get that, but what the point I'm trying to make is, right, I think you've got your 4 main. Right, you've got now for the final season. I think everybody's game, but to this point, you've got Starlight, Huey, Butcher, and Homelander. They're no-goes. You need them until the end of the story. However, to me, Frenchie could have went like they all like. To me, I'm going at any point. I believe they could kill off whoever they want, and the fact that we believed Kate was dead to me shows that. I was going, yeah, that's a character where you thought she could be like a main part of this story, and they've killed her off. But the way they brought her back, again, I don't mind it, and I like that. Like, I didn't like her character. This isn't me not liking the performance or the actress or anything like that. Like, her character, I was like, you're deceitful. And it ended, the last season of The Boys ended with her and Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Sam, yeah?
I think so, yeah.
The fucking Avenue Q guy.
Yeah.
It finished with them working for Homelander. I like the way they've written it into. It's almost as if they didn't realise what they were doing. And again, if
you're in the presence of Homelander, you're not.
But the point I was going to make is we're not political. We're not political at all. But it's very difficult to talk about this show and not be slightly political. And it's like, I get things where people go, yeah, this is the right thing, that we are doing the right thing, and then something happens and you go, oh, I might be on the bad side of history here.
Exactly.
point
Are
of
we
view.
the bad guys?
And
But yeah, like,
I'm saying,
that's
oh,
it.
Are we the bad guys? Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, and I think it's really well written, and I think it's done in a way where I'm like, yeah, that makes sense as to why. And I like the fact that she's almost apologetic for what she did to them. They've then fucking killed her, and so they're now kind of allies, but not allies. So you don't. I'm now at a point where I'm like, right, who trusts who here? You've got the Marie and Jordan relationship, but they're having to kind of like there's something about Jordan's character that I'm sus. I don't know where they stand.
I think they're very complex as a character because obviously you kind of got it in this latest episode where they were talking about the fact that they wanted to be number one. They always, this is what their whole life was for. They wanted to become the best in the university, and that's all they kind of cared about. I think in the first season as well, they had a really good arc where they kind of were starting off as kind of like they were quite on the side of the Godolkin guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were quite on his. They were on his side to begin with, weren't they? Also, just but while we're talking about the fact that anyone can die, this show had a great example of that when fucking Patrick Schwarzenegger goes and kills himself in episode 1.
Oh yeah, so
exactly.
That was fantastic. That was great. So I mean that does show you off that anyone can die. But yeah, no. So I think you're right, Andrew. I think one of them is gonna turn at some point. I think.
I've seen a rumor, and I'm sorry, I'm just bringing it up.
No,
because
go
you
ahead.
brought it up, Craig. I've seen a rumor he might be Cyclops.
I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay
I've
with
seen
that.
a rumor that he might be Cyclops
Yeah.
for the new.
I can see that.
I would be fine with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was interested just because I know it's one of your favourites, Craig. Sorry, Paul, I interrupted, mate.
It's just when we're talking about characters we're sus or don't like and stuff, I'll give you a bit of a reasoning as to why I don't like Marie Moreau.
Right, okay.
Because she's like, she goes around like, and she just obviously really wants to meet her family so badly, but she just can't get it through her head that they are terrified of her because she brutally murdered her parents. Yes, it was an accident, but she made their freaking heads explode, their bodies like going.
Yeah, I know.
Like, it's the most visceral, disgusting murder you've ever seen. And then, like, she goes and has the audacity to meet her auntie. And then the auntie's like,
you're
look,
right.
You're okay, yes, I confess, your sister's been living here, but we don't want to see you. You freaking killed your parents, like, in the most horrible way. Can you not get that through your head? Like, try to put yourself in our shoes for a second.
But put yourself...
please.
No, I'm not having that, because put yourself in her... They did that to her. She didn't mean that. She didn't do it on purpose. They drugged her. They made her that person. They did that to her. So from her point of view, she's looking for any attachment to any kind of family. She did that. She went through that traumatic event. She needs somebody. And you can't you can't be like, oh, she killed her parents in such a vulgar way. She didn't mean it. She didn't know she didn't know those powers. She didn't have those powers. And the people that gave her those powers were her parents.
I totally get that.
Agreed, yeah.
But, I mean, again, as we found out, it was from a place of we can't really have, or we're having trouble having children, and then Vought comes along and helps them. Like, that was kind of the deal. But, like, okay, they gave birth to a super baby. You still need to have some level of human comprehension as to why these people don't want anything to do with you. Like,
but it's
like bird blindness, right? It's like bird blindness.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
mate, let's not get into that, because I'll talk your ear off about bird blindness. But it's also a very human thing of wanting contact and wanting companionship and wanting to be there with people.
Yeah,
so I get her. I get what you're saying, but I disagree.
So to come in and just kind of go from both sides of the argument, I agree with you, Andrew, by the way, on everything you've said. but I also see what Paul's point is. And I'm going to try and articulate. I'm going to see if I can articulate Paul's point here. So, because I agree with Paul, I think in the episode where I think in the episode where she goes to see her auntie, right? Mm-hmm. It's not. And again, Paul was talking about the writing as well for the character. Now, and this is where I'm kind of coming from. The writing in that scene and the way that scene was performed, not obviously the actor's performance. I mean, like the way it was directed. It's very much a case of, why can't I see my sister? No, yeah, your sister doesn't want to see you because of what happened. Yes, of course, you're within your rights to obviously want to see your sister, but it was if to say, but why can't I see my sister? That was the issue, I think, with the way it was written and the way it was directed. I think there's a better way of showing that was missed. And because I had the exact same reaction as Paul, I was a bit like, what? Well, why can't you understand that she doesn't want to see? Of course not.
But so the way I'm not arguing the point. I get your point, and I see where you're coming from. My thing is, I'm just trying to kind of put myself in that headspace where I'm going, yes, they went through the traumatic event, but so did she. But she did it. So that's 10, 15, 20, a million times worse because she did it and she didn't know how she did it or why she did it. She didn't know what was going on with her body. So she went through that as well. They all have each other. She's had nobody. So for her to be like, in her head, why are you keeping from my sister? She obviously has that prior relationship of maybe they were just really, really close when they were younger. So you're keeping me from her. She hasn't gave it the second thought that her sister doesn't want to see her or stuff like that. So, and until she probably hears her sister say that.
Except for when she met her sister in season 1 and told her that she doesn't want to see her.
Yeah, but still, we still want that relationship.
I get that.
I forgot that happened.
I get that. I want, for me, like with Marie Moreau, it kind of feels like everything she does is. It's very me. I would just like from Marie Moreau just to be like, I really want to see my sister. I would like to hang out with my auntie, but I can understand why they don't want to. That's all I want from that character.
Yeah. She's an interesting character, actually, but my question really is she ultimately going to end up as a good character? I don't know. I think that she could. If you're talking about sus characters, I think she's one of them. I think she's someone who could go either way. Like, because she could be corrupted quite easily because her powers are quite corruptible because it's quite a powerful thing she can do, and that power corrupts and all these kind of things that we talk about. And Homelander's an example of that. You know what I mean? So is that
the only reason I go against that is because I'm adamant she's dying at the end of this series. Like, the only reason I'm going, like, there's not going to be a turn because there's not, because Homelander is going to fucking off her. That's it. Like, that's in my head.
What if the twist isn't that Homeland? What if the twist isn't if Homelander comes and kills her? What if he comes and recruits her? There's a heel turn. There's a steel chair involved and everything,
Because I considered that as well, and I was going, right, does she heel turn? And again, I could be wrong. We don't know. We're just playing the guessing game here. But to me, I'm going, I think Homelander's at the point where it's DTA. You're talking about, is there a steel chair? Is there a heel turn? Homelander's going full Stone Cold Steve Austin, DTA, don't trust anybody. He is a one-man army, and he will off anybody that comes close to being able to fucking kill him. He is a mongoose trapped in a corner. And he's just going to come out fucking... Aye, and he's just going to come out fucking... Snap, snap, snap. Chow, chow, chow.
Yeah. But we remember... Because Marie's basically got the same powers, I think, as... what's-her-face from The Boys, the head popper.
The one who died, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
so...
it's a similar power, yeah.
I feel like that... she is basically going to become like a stronger version of that. So I could see Homelander wanting someone like that to just be like,
maybe
random, but also very controlled, like sudden death kind of thing like that. You know what I mean?
I just don't see the heel turn though. I just don't see it. I don't see
why
she would.
Let's not also forget
she doesn't.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just going to say the only world in which she doesn't die is if she's part of Boys season 5.
I agree with that.
Because she has to be involved in the Boys season 5 if she doesn't die. She has to be. So and they've already filming, so who knows if she is.
Um,
because the boys
let's-
season 5 complete.
Let's not forget as well that
Go on, remind me.
my favourite character, definitely, and favourite actor in this series, we've just discovered that he does indeed, in fact, have a power, yet despite not being able to sense, for whatever reason, there's no V in his blood, whatever that means, but he can, in fact, essentially possess people or control
I have
people.
theories on that. I've got theories on that.
Interesting. Well, good old Hamish Linklater is
Right, Paul, let's do it. Come on, I've been waiting. Come on, let's talk about him.
my goodness.
go. You go.
You know, I haven't seen him in a series for quite a while. Not until, if anyone knows, one of my greatest favourite series ever is Midnight Mass, and he is a tour de force in that. Seeing his face again in this series was such a delight. I wasn't even I didn't see the trailer for this, so I wasn't expecting him. As soon as he's in that first scene with Kate, and he's like, she tries to use her powers, and he just grabs her and puts her hand in the blender, and is like, "You really want to think about
Just
it?"
dead.
He has
Dead
this.
face. Oh,
It like you say, he's dead face, but you can feel the like intent, and it's just he's got such a great way of delivering lines like so quietly but threateningly. Even in like sort of throwaway lines, you can feel there's like a force behind them, you know. So I adore.
Yeah, it's so controlled, and it's so like it's subtle, but not in like a kind of like quiet way, in terms of like he's not just like, you know, there's levels to it. He's mixing it up, he's changing it around, he's going a bit bigger sometimes, but it's just so like he's in control of every single scene. He knows exactly what he's doing. I also love how he uses humor as well. He's very funny as well, which also helps. Like he's very good at like kind of those kind of like, I think there was a line in the latest episode with like the whole episode, she says, you know, calm down Yoda, or something like that, and he kind of goes, yeah, fair enough, and he walks away. Like he's really good at that stuff as well. He's obviously naturally very funny as well. I remember Hamish Linklater from even further back. The show obviously that I have banged on about for many episodes on this podcast, Legion. He's bringing back his Legion chat. Let's get the segment on the go. Legion chat. So he's in that.
Me thinking that you liked him from Big Bold Beautiful Journey.
Nah, fuck off. Honestly, seriously, I'm gonna see if I ever meet Colin Farrell and Margot Robbie. I'm gonna be telling them, I'm gonna be saying, you cost me the fucking 2025 movie draft.
I will be falling at their feet. Sorry, I had to get that, and I just looked at his. I looked at his IMDb because I don't know him. I don't know him for much, but I love him. I think he's great. I think he's.
He's so good.
It goes back to the thing though that I think they do really well is the casting. Like when they let somebody go that seems very important to the series, and you're like, oh fuck, I really like that character. They always bring in somebody new, and you go, oh fuck, they're great. Do you know what I mean? So go on, gush about Legion. I interrupted you with my jab.
Legion is fantastic. Again, I can't believe that you, Andrew, especially, have not seen this show. It's like take an ecstasy pill and watch something Marvel. That is the vibe of it.
There's too much to watch, mate, and it wasn't canon. So,
I mean, it's not canon, but like
now
maybe, but I mean, it's fantastic. Legion's a great show. For anyone who's not seen it, it is the son of Professor X, who is this kind of like schizophrenic kind of guy, mental health issues, and he's got all these different powers because of his schizophrenia. It's fantastic. Dan Stevens, one of the best performances in a superhero show you're ever going to see. It's so good. And Hamish Linklater is in it, and he's really good too. He's an antagonist for season 1, and he kind of shifts a little bit more to a protagonist towards the end. He's great. He's fantastic.
I thought Professor X's son was called Proteus.
No,
There's
Professor
a couple.
X's no, Professor X's son is called fucking. Oh no, that's Cyclops' son. Never mind.
Well, if Craig gets to talk about his show, since Halloween's coming up, please do yourself a favour. Watch Midnight Mass if you haven't already. It's such a good twist on various things. I don't even want to get into what the twist is, but Hamish Linklater is fantastic. It's a great premise, and it's some of the best acting I've ever seen in a show.
Since we're talking about shows and we're talking about Halloween, go watch Marvel Zombies. It's so fucking good.
Oh, wait, is it good?
Mate,
is it
it's
good?
so
Okay.
Right, so
There's no Hamish Linklater in that though.
Florence Pugh's in it.
That we know of.
Simu Liu's in it. Fucking right. I'm going to do a full breakdown or a full review with Vash later on this week, and we'll talk about all 4 episodes. I'm 2 episodes in. What I love about this show, and one thing I do not like about Marvel, we've went on such a tangent. Apologies. We'll get back to Gen V in a wee minute. It gives us a chance to see these characters that they've introduced and not used. We get more Kate Bishop. We get more Shang-Chi. We get these characters that I'm going like I seen somebody make a joke about how Kate Bishop's going to be one of the main young Avengers, and it's like, mate, she's going to be 40 by the time you make this fucking film. She's not a young Avenger anymore. It lets us see these, and it's all the actual voice actors are are for the most part are the people that played them in the live action and stuff. It's really good. It's really gory. I'm 2 episodes deep. I've still got 2 more to go. I can't wait to watch it. But yeah, the reason I'm telling people to go watch it is because the guy says, look, we'll do more zombies. We'll do more Marvel Zombies, but people have to watch it. There has to be a demand for it, because if there's nobody watching it, then we're not going to be able to make any more episodes. Because it was initially supposed to be a film. It was supposed to be a movie. And then they changed it into a 4-part series because they wanted to put Spider-Man in it, and it was a whole thing.
Oh, the right.
Go watch Marvel Zombies. It's very good. The first 2 episodes are great. I'm assuming.
Well, even I like it. That's the question.
I think so, right? But my biggest takeaway from the first 2 episodes: please give us a Blade movie. Please give us a Blade movie. Please. Oh my God, Blade is so fucking cool in this show. Please give us a Blade movie. Right, enough about that. Let's get back to Gen V. Yeah, I think. Remind me his name.
Hamish Linklater.
Hamish Linklater is he's a fantastic addition to the boys. I'm very intrigued. Obviously, by the time we get to he's had this kind of scary overriding kind of essence and authority over all these people, and we don't know what, like, we're trying to kind of decipher where he is and how he links in and all that stuff. And by the end of episode 4, we're at a point where Marie kind of looks or kind of senses his blood and says there's no V in it, so he doesn't have any powers.
It tastes just like Gen V blood, but it spreads like non-Gen V blood.
Exactly. But what I liked about that is I
can't believe it's not Gen V blood. I can't believe it.
But it's what I think it does really well, though, and I think it's partly because of the way he's doing his character, is it goes from a point of, like, I'm not joking, there's like a 3-second change between him having no power to arguably one of the fucking scariest powers ever. And it's
I've
like that whole fucking Kate scene where she's like, look, I know. And he's like, what do you know?
You know nothing.
And he's like, what do you know? And she's like, look, I know, let's make a deal. And he goes, wait a wee second. And then just like flex. He's just like, yes, I'm fucking it.
He also just knew where the camera was as well. Like, he's just, he knows.
See all that.
He's so clever.
Is the angle? Is this angle good?
Oh yeah, he's like, why are you getting the low angle? It's all just chin. What are you doing?
So good.
And I want I don't know whether this is Linklater's. I'm assuming it's a body double, but I want to talk about.
Are you about to talk about a schlong again?
No, I'm about to talk about an asshole.
Oh, right.
And a lovely ball sack, right? The thing for me
is talking about a schlong again.
I'm not talking about his dick. I'm talking. You don't see his dick, or you might see the outline of it, but it's mainly asshole. The thing for me with this one, right, is we've had this in The Boys, we've had this in Gen V, where they're all like, again, it happened in it was episode 3, I think, where there's a point where I thought, this is where my fucking head is with this show. There's a point where there's a guy on all fours, butt naked, and somebody bursts through his wall, and I'm assuming you can hear him go, ugh, and I'm assuming it's someone invisible shagging him up the arse, and then a guy's head comes out his bumhole, and I'm like, this show never ceases to make me laugh in disgust. It's fucking hilarious. But the fact that in episode 4, the gratuitous nakedness was a man going for a shit. We literally seen him squatting over to do a poo. That was the nakedness we had, and it was a lovely upshot of one man's scrotum and asshole as Emma squeezed through the toilet pan. It's so funny.
And I'm not gonna lie, mate. I genuinely thought it was gonna go further. Knowing the show as I did,
Yeah.
I was like panicking. I was I cannot see this. No, don't do
And
it.
again, this is a wee bit of a looking behind the curtain. That might be the cleanest, most proper looking asshole and fucking ball bag I've ever seen.
I had the exact same thought. I was like,
Mate,
goodness, he takes care of
That
this.
is some. I was about to say that is some not only top class manscaping, but I can guarantee that man has a bidet. Because
there's some
not a poo particle
moisturising
inside.
going on there. That's
yeah,
for sure.
yeah, exactly. One of the smoothest ball bags I've ever seen. It was like fucking. If that was real, with Mates podcast, you get the seal of approval. Great ball sack, great asshole. Well done to you if it's real. But yeah, I found that funny. So I want to talk about one of my favourite characters. You guys have talked, like Paul's talked about his least favourite. Craig, you obviously got to gush about the new Dean. I want to talk about who I think the most underrated MVP is. I think it's Emma. I love her character. I think
she's fun.
I think she's great, and I love like she's dumb, she's goofy, she's fun, she's loyal, she's a bit confused, like she's brave. I think to me she's the heart of the show. To me, I think she's the character I root for. If Marie goes, I don't really care. If Sam goes, I don't really care. I think it would have been her and Chance, but I think their relationship, they've kind of talked about how he was the one that gave her the wherewithal and the bravery to be a hero, as they say. I love everything that's going on with that character, and I think she's performing it really, really well. I think, let me get her name so that I'm not being rude. Lizzie Broadway, yeah, Lizzie Broadway. I think she's doing a fucking great job. I think her power's really funny. Anytime like she gets big, and she's like the bit where she gets big and she's just sitting celebrating, like holding like her tits and just like yeah, we did it. And I'm just like, you're such a fucking goofy character, and it's really endearing and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm a big fan of her and everything that's happening with her. And and again, even like the activist stuff where she's like, yeah, we're going to go spray paint fascist on the statue. And she's like, what the fuck is that going to do? Let's actually do something. And I'm like, yeah, I fucking like that character and stuff. But yeah, her and fucking Mighty Bush and Tail Lady, like, that to me is probably some of the most fun stuff I've enjoyed during this series.
Something that slightly annoyed me about Emma this season was that when she's trying to figure out what happened with what's going on with these posters that keep popping up, and someone seems to be habitually tormenting the innocent human barista to the point where she's breaking down, and then she goes and follows it, and she's like, oh, when she finally catches up and figures out who it is, it's like, oh, it's you. How can I join up with you? And not, why are you tormenting the innocent barista? Yeah. She was just doing her job. Come on. I wanted to see more barista Emma friendship. That personally, I wanted to see human and superhero student.
Good point.
Relation.
You're an odd guy. You're an odd guy. More coffee shop girl.
More coffee shop girl. That's what I need.
More smooth ball sacks is what this fucking thing needs. Yeah,
What was your
look,
what was your theory about it? We kind of got detracted with ball sacks, but your theory about Linklater, his character.
Oh, yeah. So I think that Cypher is actually the guy in the tank. And he is controlling.
Oh, that's 100% right. That's 100%
Yeah.
right.
So that is Cypher, and he is controlling Hamish Linklater, and essentially is that his vessel, as it were.
Oh, that's 100%.
yeah,
I never
yeah,
even
yeah.
thought of that. That's
and
100%.
that's the
Yeah.
power.
Yeah.
Big Andrew Mooney. Fucking call of the season so far. Well played. Yeah, 100%
We'll see.
right.
We'll see.
For sure.
Yeah,
for
because
sure.
how does he know all that shit? Like, because that's what she. See when he's conversating with Kate, and he's like, "Yeah, how was my dad?" And all that shit. And he was so cocky about it. I was like, "Yeah, you spot on, Craig. Fucking 100% right." That's terrifying though, because then that makes him even more powerful. Because if he's controlling Linklater, and then he's then controlling Jordan from Linklater, so he's double, he's powered and then double power.
Which I think is.
Who do you think he is?
I don't. Maybe
Cool
I think
question.
they showed at the start of this season. They showed Godolkin and all that being fried in the
Yes.
So
So
I
it could be
think
one of
it's-
them.
Yeah, that's
the
true.
original
Good shout.
scientists or something.
Oh, that as well. Like,
Yeah.
see when we talk about like I know we've made like the bumhole jokes and all that stuff, but like let's talk about the fucking violence, right? That opening where there's like octopus stuff coming out the guy's asshole and like fucking like the way people are dying and all that kind of shit. Even like Kate's fake death, that was fucking brutal to see.
I
The
think
violence in this.
I think I'm becoming slightly desensitized to it because I remember watching the opening scene to this. I was like, yeah, there's the tentacles out the asshole. Oh, that guy's on fire, and it's just like, yeah, it was just kind of like, there's only so much gratuitous violence that I can be shocked by before I'm just like, oh yeah, something's just burst out of his asshole again. Oh my god, yeah.
I feel like an intervention might be needed very soon for young Polysmack, because that's two separate occasions where he said something entirely concerning, that he's a big fan of Homelander and he's desensitized to people's heads exploding and assholes inflating with tentacles and whatnot.
Well,
so
there's evidence. The warning signs were there.
viewers,
There's literally
listeners,
violence in every episode. Like it's
know.
like something exploding, and then Homelander's performance is wonderful. It's one of the more
Viewers,
captivating villains of the past, 5 years or so. Like he's
viewers, listeners, one like equals one prayer.
for
One
God's
comment
sake.
equals one prayer for our
Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers.
our Polysmack for what he's going through just now. He's brother, do you know how I know I'm not desensitized? And again, I feel as if I could do a full podcast now. See that fucking Wolverine PS5 trailer when he uppercuts that guy. Cannot wait for that game. Anyway, let's round up our thoughts about Gen V. Are we excited with it? Are we happy where it's going? Do we think, like, again, we've had within this kind of review, there's definitely stuff that we've not spoke about, but like we've got an over idea of where it's going and how how they're all teaming up and stuff. I like the fact that there are so many questions. I'm doubtful about Jordan. We've now got Craig's theory, obviously, about the fucking Boba Fett fucking healing
tank,
chamber guy. Yeah, back to tank guy.
wondering where he
I
got
think
to.
there's a good. Yeah. We've got that. We've got. I think Marie might bite the dust by the end of it. There's so many different storylines, but it's like I don't think there's anything in this show that I'm like, oh yeah, oh no. Do you know what? I lie. There's one kind of thing that I'm sad to say this. The Sam character isn't doing it for me this season.
Yeah, we're not really. He's not been utilised very well so far,
Yeah.
has he? Yeah, I agree with that.
And I don't know if that's because obviously a lot of the stuff about the main last season was about his brother, or his brother.
Yeah, it was about
Kate.
what was going on with him. Yeah.
Whereas this season, Kate seems to be more focused in on the Dean and like Marie and stuff like that. Sam just kind of seems to be going on over at the side and stuff like that. And there was an episode, I think it was 2 or 3, where him and Jordan are sitting having a bong watching was it Avenue or fucking
Sesame Street?
Yeah, it's like a puppet thing with the 7 or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
But realistically, I was going, he's not really doing much, and it's like almost as if, like, I don't know if they're trying to make it as if it's like a drug, because there was a bit where he's begging Kate to make the voices stop and all that kind of thing. Like, there's just something not resonating me with that cat. And again, it's not bad, it's to me, I'm just like, yeah, I was more interested in you last season, and where we left off last season and where we left off with the boys. I thought he would have been much more pivotal to the things that are going on in this
Also,
world.
talking people who can defeat Homelander or might be able to take on Homelander, he's one of them. If you think about his power set,
I think he's
quite powerful.
But the way you were saying about Marie might join Homelander, I think if anybody is, it's going to be him. He's much more easily manipulated. He's much more bendable in terms of like ethics and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, that could be a shout. Why you shake your head?
Just the word bendable.
Yeah, like he's moldable.
He's malleable.
Molded by it. He's molded.
Yeah, I was thinking actually the reason the Dean Cypher and Kate have this whole thing, I think he's got a particular interest in her as well, because she is basically got the same powers, but his is much more advanced in my eyes anyway. So I think if she's to go through the same kind of training that he's going to do with Marie, she could potentially end up doing what Cypher does, is my sort of theory on that. But I don't know if they'll explore it that far. Also, actually, when Kate got her head like busted open and we all thought she was dead, and she touches someone and the people like murder each other that touched her, I thought that would then be... So I was actually disappointed by the gnome, because I thought what is going to happen now is her powers are basically whenever she touches someone, she's going to make them go on a murderous rampage.
Yes!
No, I thought they were going to go I thought they were just going to go feral, and like that's what her powers are now. She because
I mean,
like,
they
something
technically did go a wee bit feral.
Oh goodness me! But that was thinking he was fine later. Like I was thinking, oh, our powers now are out of control. She touches someone and they just go berserk. Like that's, and they seem to have pivoted away from that rather quickly up to where she's just, oh, I just can't control what they do now. You know, but like, well done now.
Fair enough.
But I
Any
think,
final thoughts? Anything that we've not spoke about that you guys want to talk about?
Me.
No, I think it's the answer.
No, is the answer. Fair enough. Me. Cool. Let's wrap things up. So yeah, like where do we in terms of what we've got going on just now? Like obviously myself and Paul, we're watching Peacemaker week to week. Craig, you said you're going to catch up. I'm watching Marvel Zombies. I am also going to try and watch Alien Earth. I've heard really good things about Alien Earth, and if I can get that season watched, I might do a wee podcast about that. But where are you in terms of excitement? Is this like something that you're really looking forward to next week, or are you just kind of happy watching along? Like, where are your excitement levels?
I'm happy
I'm
watching along.
I'm happy with it. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm definitely excited for it. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm like, oh, I gotta see Gen V but
yeah,
I'm definitely happy to see Hamish Linklater and all his scenes, and I think I'm definitely intrigued to see where it's going. What's that?
It's Linklater's bumhole.
Oh, for God's sake. I think we need to give you the intervention. That's what I think.
I love it. I'm kind of in the same boat. I'm enjoying it. It's not something like I'm like, oh, like every Friday I'm like, it's fucking Peacemaker Day. Let's go. This one I think it's kind of not fighting an uphill battle. Look, it's a good show in itself and it's a great show. But to me, in that universe, I'm like, I want the final season of The Boys. I need to know the end of that story, and this is ultimately adding into that. So that's why I'm excited to watch this. But it's not something I'm like, it's a fucking must watch. I am enjoying it though, and what they're giving us is very good. The new characters, the old characters, it's all good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Craig?
No, as I say, I'm excited. I do like Amazon's model of releasing 3 episodes and then week to week. I like it personally.
I don't.
Oh, do you know?
Not a fan. No, I don't like that.
Interesting.
I think because there's so much content out just now. Right, I'm not a big fan of binging. I don't like binging unless I'm like fucking like, so like if I'm playing the PlayStation or something, I've got something on in the background. I don't mind having series upon series of stuff, but I like the week to week. Look for, like, Penguin was some of the most fun looking forward week to week, getting to guess all that kind of shit. Peacemaker, I'm looking forward every week. But to me, so like Gen V came out when last Wednesday or something like that. 3 hours of TV, I'm like, fuck, that's a fucking lot to watch. So see, just kind of getting started, I feel as if that's a lot. Whereas now I'm like, oh, if it's an hour of my day, I can go and watch that for an hour and then go and get on with the rest of my day and whatever like that. So yeah, I'm also not particularly looking forward to Stranger Things when it drops because it's doing it in batches.
I am.
Watch it. I'm going to watch it because I've rewatched it.
I'm totally watching it. I think they set the bar high with the last season. They went, we're being talked about again. People like us again. Let's do that series again, and we'll finish this thing. Like I think that is why they're doing it. You know, because
my only issue, right, is because I'm rewatching it all right, and I'm up to last season now, right. And see when you get to the last 3 episodes, every episode is an hour and a half, an hour and 40 minutes, and then the final episode is 2 hours and 2 minutes. I'm like, what are we doing? Like, that's not series shit. That's movie shit.
That is movie Netflix shit. You gotta get in on the Vecna. You know, we gotta deal with the Vecna.
No, bruv. Honestly, I got annoyed when movies, like, I went and seen fucking The Conjuring, right? And my thing for all horror and for all comedy, 90 minutes, no longer than an hour and a half. Conjuring Last Rites was 2 hours and 15 minutes. My fuck, what a slog. And Stranger Things is kind of like that too. And I've got a fear that every one of these episodes is going to be about fucking 2 hours long. But either way, we will be there. Paul's watching it. I'm watching it. If Boone's watching it, we'll fucking be there. Regardless, we'll be reviewing that. So make sure you get involved on the old YouTube. If you've not already, hit the subscribe button. Go and hit subscribe. Get us to 100 subscribers across the platform. Get in the comment section. Help the algorithm out. Get more people watching us talk about bumholes, talk about violence, talk about Paul's hatred for Marie Monroe. Get in the comment section and fucking help us out with that. As I say, there is lots coming. We're going to have a Marvel Zombies review. We're going to have Peacemakers should either be out or it's coming out very, very soon. We'll be talking about one battle after another. Paul's going to give us a rendition of Wicked when that comes out, so be here for his all singing, all dancing. He's promised me he's going to review Wicked entirely in song.
Oh wow! Yeah, I do remember saying that actually. That's I better get practicing shit.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm skipping that.
That's what I thought. The me. That's what I thought you were doing there. That's what I thought that was. So yeah, get involved in the comments.
Gravity.
Oh, I would pay so much money to hear you sing Defying Gravity. Lots of movies still coming out. Of course, we will keep you updated with the fantasy movie draft. We are very close to the end. All movies are nearly covered. It is very close between these three gentlemen that you are currently looking at here. Close. And I'm going to let you in on a wee secret, boys. I have a prize for the winner. I have ordered it. It has arrived, and I've not picked it up yet. But what I will say is, if this podcast, if you lovely viewers, you lovely listeners, enjoy what we do and enjoy the talking, enjoy the fucking shit that we talk, you have to hit the subscribe button. You have to get us more followers. You have to get involved in the conversation, because the more of you that gets it, that might mean we start making money from it. And the second we make money from it, best believe I will be making my own fucking version of what I've bought. And what I've bought is quite cool. But I will be getting one commissioned specifically for us, specifically for the fantasy movie draft, because I want to make this as big as we possibly can. So get involved in the comments, get involved. If you don't know what the fantasy movie draft is, go on the YouTube channel, go and watch it. It's very, very funny. It gives you an outlook at all the movies that are coming out in 2025. But that's all for us this week. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. Craig, where can the lovely people find you and all that you do?
You can find me on all social media platforms. It's at Craig Andrew Mooney. And as we are talking about Gen V, a spin-off of The Boys, I may as well plug the fact that we have comic books, Heineman, drawn, cover B of issue 1 is drawn by Derek Robertson, who made The Boys. He's a producer on The Boys TV show as well. So go check out www.etienneverse.com. You can get your copy of Heineman #1, or come see us at a Comic-Con. I'll be going to be at the Comic-Cons, Edinburgh Comic-Con, Scotland Comic-Con. That is on October 11th and 12th, so come and say hi to me and Etienne, and we can give you a signed copy too.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Paul, where can they find you?
If you found yourself floating in Hamish Linklater's toilet and you were to look up and you saw the great abyss sitting down, what you might find sliding out is my Instagram. At Stirrit Story.
Couldn't let me just have the intervention. You had to win your intervention back.
One of his worst. That's one of his worst. Fucking hell.
If you want to follow me, I'm at @AndAlphaGrey on all social media platforms. But as I say, don't fucking follow me. I don't want your follow. Go follow the podcast at WithMatesPod on all social media platforms. But most importantly, hit that subscribe button. Get us to 100 subscribers. And then get us to 200 and 300 until we hit 1 billion. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Latest on the main J.
Hamish, I'll link later with you.